mixing process if you don't keep your voice down.
What
You might want to get familiar with the area.
full of surprises.
All right, this should do the trick. Ah, sharp eye, traveler. Here, check this out. A new formula I just whipped up. Works like a charm for juvenile. Just one problem. Case in point.
Still got room for seconds, bro!
Looks like the flick. Otherwise, Natlan's gonna have a juvenile saurian obese.
No way, bro!
Is the
Best I don't see you over in the west, then.
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
I'm heading east. Don't you come with, you hear?
Don't interfere with the mixing process if you don't keep
You
your
might want to
voice
get a
down.
guide if you're not familiar with the area.
what a place. Full of surprises. Is the ability to not get lost some sort of talent?
Over in the west, then. I'm heading east.
Rebooting.
Don't you come with, you hear?
Quick as a flash! Transfix.
Let's move! Odds revealed by...
Midnight Phantasm.
Overruled.
On my mark!
Final warning!
You asked for it! I summon the...
As you wish.
Faster! Stronger! Add Astra.
Thank you for completing.
Quick as a flash! Stop right there! Laid bare.
Let's move!
Controlled breathing. Drop your weapons.
Insubordinate.
Midnight Vent.
Quick as a flash!
Final warning.
By royal decree.
On my mark. Full speed. Drop your weapons.
Doth thou wish to witness my true power?
As you wish, main Fräulein.
Transfix. Faster. Stronger. Final warning.
Oz, we're be-
Let's move! Controlled breathing. Stop right there! Laid bare. Faster. Stronger. Drop your weapons.
by royal decree.
Overruled. On my controlled breathing.
Midnight Phantasma.
Laid bare.
Quick as a flash.
Overruled. Start the clock. Final warning.
Commendable.
People seem to think. In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there. Dissipate! Add Astra. Thank you for Add Astra.
Dang it! Who fired up the cannon without my say-so?
Its defensive barrier has also been activated. Like
The air is thick with fear and anxiety. It's spook. You're here. Looks like this was all part of Rary. Yehoda's gone in to scout out the situation.
I'm back! I'm back! Oh, it's bad out. But that's not even the worst of it. Lots of folks don't even believe the cannon can prevent this crisis. So they're getting ready to make a run for it.
How could they still be thinking about Mora when such a catastrophe is imminent? Unprecedented danger brings unprecedented opportunities in its wake. A chaotic situation can bury much wrong. Even those who flee without reserve put themselves, after all. A gamble that might rewrite one's entire life is hard to come by. Even so. Well, seeing as you disapprove of their action.
affirmative.
Well, about that. What?
I made that thing!
They might. If Rerir has already formulated some For example, he might have spread a rumor that the Wild Hunt would take your form.
Possibility, high. We will face strong resistance.
There's no time. Let's go into the town. I'll find some way to calm the townspeople. You... Oh, you're back.
Wait, what? Isn't that the cannon's target? Why would he go there?
Assessing risk level. Max.
So if we can't prevent the cannon from being fired...
Then he's prepared for the worst. And we must ensure that his trust in us is not misplaced.
This place is burning too!
Most of those we've met so far have... Looks like they formed groups to protect the cannon. If they believe that we're with the...
Is that Lady Lama? But are you real?
It's you, Rixa.
I do, yes. So it really is you. But why are you here? Really,
The townspeople have been misled into believing that they needed to activate the cannon.
But...
I know what you... But you chose to leave the island. It is unfair, unjust, that you should be dragged into this mess. I seek to Please. Then come.
All right, I understand.
Huh? You're not...
We won't be able to calm this. Let's go, Yeho.
Okay. See you again,
Remember these words. The road shall be paved with truth, and we shall pave it ourselves.
It's you, Lady Moonchanter. It's her. Everyone, it's her.
You're right, my lady. At times like these, we must rely on ourselves.
I always knew something was off about you.
We won't let you pass. Abyssal creature, aren't you?
Leave this to us, Lady Moonchanter. Go.
Lady Moonchanter, there's a child here!
It's all right now. Go, quickly.
You wretched monsters! You're not getting anywhere near the cannon!
The monsters you fear do not exist here. The madness you have fallen to has been the source of untold disasters.
You think we had a choice?
Destiny is no excuse for greed and destruction. The choice has always been yours to make, and it remains so, even now.
Thank you for bringing us here. We can quickly overcome the barrier by going upward from over there.
The cannon is all yours.
Got it. Thanks, Lauma. Inefa, give her a crown kake.
Orders received and immediately deferred. Departure.
Please, everyone, listen to me. I will not deny that we hold different beliefs, otherwise if your fear is born of helplessness, if you flee because you know not how to fight, then follow me, you who are lost. I am no god, but so long as we hold our candles steady and unite beneath the same moonlight, no deception or rumors can be. Let us resolve then to defend ourselves and to stand
Let's go, Inefa. This way up. This is making me dizzier than I expected.
Adjusting route. Make ready.
Out of the way, small fry. What happened to the path?
Track missing. Fall imminent.
Come on, come on, come on! Get out of there!
Whoa, nice!
Preparing barrier breakthrough. Brace for impact.
Knuckle Duckle, what are you doing here? Flash attack!
Annihilation mode. Cleanup sequence initiated.
Chew on this! Look, a rainbow!
Accelerate. Defensive mode engaged. Interference detected. Entering countermeasure mode. Insulation chamber deployed.
Easy peasy. What made you think I couldn't take out one of my own designs, huh? This isn't good enough, we gotta hurry!
Scanning. Kuvaki ammunition fully Assessment. Not enough time. Emergency brake will cause internal explosion of stored Kuvaki.
No! I mean a manual brake, the primitive kind.
A manual brake. Understood. Roger that. We are out of time.
aren't you running?
Sigisato passa sax, mitili potuftos. I necritus necrus baptisi, que isondes tu solos pentusi. Os esticos palatin pirantur misurucu, topia tua ition feraton.
Well, that's not good.
Sluggish, torpid. I can barely muster 10% of my original strength. You've...
Let me guess. You didn't get a human body back, did you?
What's with him?
Verfnir, Rheindaughter, Flinders, Flinders.
Watch out! Whatever rationality he still had when he was searching for his body is gone. All that's left is the calamity you see before you. A monster fueled by nothing but his own obsession.
Matters not. Having a heart, being human, it's all irrelevant. Completely and utterly insignificant. You matter not. Does anything in this world. You too have the potential to be driven mad by knowledge. But the truths you seek are so insipid. How laughable that you should die for their sake.
You're wrong. The unknown is but a fog to be dispersed. Knowledge is the true pillar of the world. who got stronger. Polonia! No, wait! This isn't over! Looking for me? After sensing your arrival, I wanted to see how close I could get to you from behind.
Because you had nothing better to do?
Is that how it seems? The Tsaritsa only sought the power of the moon goddesses. I was never dispatched to see Xenosis or anything like that. Take walks, watch the moon, sometimes sing. But I came to do that last one less and less after Sandrone forbade it.
She didn't like your singing?
No, she praised it actually. But I had only recently joined the Fatui then, and she said my singing set the others on edge because, for those not in the know, it seemed like I was about to use some sort of power.
Oh, Paimon can sort of understand that.
Oh, and there was another reason. She said she did most of her research at night, so if I sang during the day, it would disturb her attempts to catch up on sleep. So, I used to just sing outside her door at night instead. Get along? When we first met, Harlequino did seem eager to get along with me. She often showed up behind me without making a sound, like I did to you earlier. She said it was an attempt to test me, I believe. I too attempted to join in on the game, but she always managed to spot me before I even got close. Eventually, I resorted to using Kuvaki and managed to give her quite a scare from behind. But she never played that game with me again after that.
Yeah, Paimon doubts that was a game to the knave at all.
What else? Oh, the doctor often asked me to assist in his light realm-related research. I obliged him a few times, but it was so dull. Use Kuvaki to strike this. Use Kuvaki to control that. I stopped going after a while. Yes, even though I've run away from home, I do have some fond memories of it all. Harlequino and Sandrone treated me quite well, along with... give me your hand. Rosaline taught me it's important to always express gratitude to others. So, thank you for listening to me. I believe that's enough for today.
Whoa, that was sudden. Yeah, guess you're right. Well, let's not bother her then. We're safe?
It seems this young lady aided in our escape. You have my sincere gratitude, dear madam. The flowers here bloom in such peaceful silence. I imagine you would not have invited anyone here were it... Oh? I take it that means you've been here before then. In that case, I count myself fortunate to be your associate.
Columbina! What did you do that for? I studied his abilities inside out. Equipped Paulownia with comprehensive countermeasures. We were going to settle the score!
But he still broke through, did he not?
What? You expect a battle to be completely one-sided? I just didn't expect him to have no sense of honor whatsoever. Paulownia would have been fine in a head-on clash. But battles just... get chaotic!
Oh, so you actually thought you could win. Have you been taking care of yourself lately? Your calculations seem to have deviated quite seriously. Perhaps you could try sleeping and rising earlier. Or you could adopt my previous recommendation and...
Hey, listen here, Columbina! I tolerated your nonsense previously because we were colleagues. There's a Fatui warrant out on your head, and don't you forget that. Don't make me fight you right here and now.
Oh, I was just a little concerned about you, that's all. Just like that time when you weren't making any progress with your research. So you went and cooped yourself up all alone.
That was none of your business! And don't you ever drag me out to one of your freaky hovels again! Come on, Paulownia! We're leaving!
Well, anyway, thank you.
I was worried about you, too. Not only because the remains of the Eternal Moon Goddess cannot fall into his hands, but also because you've done much for me yourselves. And then well, I brought your associate along for the ride, too. But that was as much as I could do.
You're not afraid to speak your mind, miss. I like that. Please, call me Flint's.
Still, what do we do now? Riri's gotten stronger again. At this point, it doesn't seem like we can beat him.
We did block most of the Kuvaki, so I'd say we've put a lid on his plans for now at least. But we still don't know what his aims are.
After you left, I could no longer sense his presence.
That means it's safe out there for now.
A question, if I may. Kind Miss Columbina. When the cannon's Kuvaki beam was deflected earlier, I saw several bolts of energy streak toward Hisi Island, only to be blocked. Did you also have a hand in that?
No.
I see. Curious.
Oh yeah! The cannon veered off course in the end, didn't it? Paimon wonders how Aino and the others are doing. Let's head back and check on them.
In that case, Miss Columbina, I shall not disturb your serenity any longer. Thank you once again for coming to the rescue.
Go now, all of you. Do not worry. My strength still isn't returning. It seems
Fortunately, we were able to minimize the harm, but the Reikir of Solnari has—
It seems we have done something. I'm sorry.
Paimon knows.
He said that this world means if his object—
Is there, still time for me to tender my resignation? Just kidding, just kidding. Don't worry, boss. I know there's no running now.
So my canon, my pride and joy was a hindrance rather than a help. That's right. And it still works on normal wild hunt anomalies. Don't let this get you—
Flints, we'll need you to attend to the aftermath with the Lightkeepers. Don't worry, I've explained
My thanks.
Had you been willing—
You mean you're being promoted? Was Paimon the only one?
Well, if you... There's a certain gentleman that...
Speed of light. Hey!
Here he lived as if it were a mere matter of course, and brought life slowly. I have achieved too little. I must do better. There is more work. Perhaps his end was tragic. Every shadow born of...
Oh, poor...
I've heard that one too. Is that so? Well, you're right. It may seem that our efforts were in vain, that Rerir achieved his goals, but we will pursue him to the last. It is not dissimilar to the role of a graveyard keeper. We do not seek to bring the dead back to life, only to grant them peace.
What are you two talking? Okay.
Either way, Lightbearer, with your... Even as we hurry until it closes, thank you for
Hey, it's the Wanatar! Should we go after her? Or do you have someone else you'd like to meet?
Was it not you who recommended such walkabouts to me?
Yeah, but aren't you afraid the Fatui will see you?
Zandrone seems uninterested in my capture, and the others are unlikely to risk making contact at all. They have more troublesome affairs to do.
Well, it's good to come out for a walk either way. So, how do you feel?
However, is this where you purchased the dishes you treated me to?
Are you serious? That's what she's concerned about? Berries and fried meat? Well, we can take you to grab a bite if you'd like to.
You've been quite subdued. Thorny questions on your mind, perhaps? I could look into the Eternal Moon's mech, but after our previous... Perhaps someone... And I doubt there are many who could accomplish... I still wish to return to the moon that belongs to me. That is where the answers lie.
Interesting. You followed me this far. Why not show your face?
Haha! Right, right. Right you are. I forgot to introduce myself. The name's Varka, Knight of Boreas, and Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
I'm all for work-life balance. But I think that... This is pushing it.
Let engraved names echo! Bring it!
Shower me with praise! Let the world come alive!
Here comes the catch.
Don't blink! Cut to the chase! Hey!
Let the mountain's veins boil!
Time to shine! Yoo-hoo!
Busted. Things are about to get dicey.
Speed of light! Hey! Nowhere to hide. Incoming!
Bring it!
Shower me with praise! Let the world come alive!
Let engraved names echo!
Quietly now.
Speed of light! Hey!
Busted. Game's up. Fun's over.
Cut to the chase! Incoming! Don't blink!
1, 2... should need to make a few more. Some topical injury ointments. One of our tribesmen, he's just lucky others reacted so fast. If they hadn't managed to rush in, I gave him a detailed, clear training plan, and specifically... But no. Now he's stuck with... what a pain. Now I'll have to go and give them a...
Burn it down!
If you don't keep your voice.
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area. You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
I'm heading east then. Don't you come with
In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there. Speed of light!
It's been a few days since... Still no news about Rip. If only he was gone for good.
Hello? You must be the traveler in Paimon? Mr. Flint has been looking for you.
The Wild Hunt? Oh, uh-oh. We better get over there, right away! Come on, let's go!
can barely sense any Kuvaki at all. This
looks like his appetite truly is insatiable.
He's not seriously still getting stronger? What's it? Everyone's here already. Hey!
We've all been on high alert since we split up a few days back, expecting Rerir to... But it's like he just vanished into thin air. That is, until this morning, when a ratnik found signs of Wild Hunt activity while out here on patrol. As you can see, the Crystonite itself is physically intact.
And we're sure that... Who else? He's the only one who could pull off a stunt like this.
Kuvaki loss has reached critical levels. Reikir of Solnari set to maximum threat level. Warning, unless de-escalation measures are taken soon, he will pose a threat beyond our...
There wasn't a shred of sanity left.
Yeah, didn't he shout out a bunch of names? Then he started raving about how nothing in this world mattered to him. Oh, Paimon gets chills just thinking about it. Oh, but the thought that he's still out there, lurking somewhere in Notcry, waiting for his chance to strike? Oh, even chillier.
Last time we fought, we were already at a disadvantage. If he has such overwhelming strength, why would he suddenly go into hiding?
Yeah, if I were him and I wanted more Kuvaki, I'd just take it by force. No point staying in the shadows. Unless something went wrong. His whole resurrection thing didn't exactly go smoothly.
The other thing is, how does someone who's completely lost their mind still have the wherewithal to cover their tracks so perfectly?
Beats me.
According to certain medical studies, insanity does not always entail a complete loss of rationality. It may be that he is simply living in a world of his own.
That actually sounds about right. He was ranting away to himself the whole time, like he had zero interest in talking to us.
There are many unanswered questions here. He could be right under our noses, and we'd still be in the dark. Besides his name and title, we know little about him. Certainly nothing about his past, or what he might be hoping to achieve.
Exactly. And we wouldn't even know where to begin looking. I'd be willing to bet that even if we gathered together every scrap of intel in Nodcry, we still wouldn't find more than, like...
So, if we do nothing, last time we had...
Well, I do have a little hunch about his... Somewhere like the Eye of Krati, or the Pillar of Embla. One thing's for sure. If we...
A perfectly reasonable...
I agree, we should split up. Right now, Rerir's goal seems to be gathering Kuvaki, not fighting us directly. Once we're done, let's regroup on Hisi Island.
Wait, why Hisi Island?
If I recall correctly, your largest goddess statue was carved from Kuvaki-rich ore, was it not?
That's right. Yes, it could well be a potential target of his. I should head back and start evacuating the pilgrims.
Splitting up's always gonna be risky. But I guess we don't have much choice, right? We're in a race against time here. And if we do run into Rerir, what then?
That's when you follow the third rule of treasure hunting. Run like the wind.
Didn't you say the third rule was go with the flow?
I don't know. Did I? Anyway, whatever. In this situation, go with the flow means go find backup.
Agreed. If anyone finds so much as a trace of Rerir, do not pursue him. Get out of the area and alert the rest of us as soon as possible. We need to put safety first.
All right, we'd better get moving. Come on, Anefa, let's go!
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
Any leads?
Nope. Diddly squat. No clues to where he might be hiding. It's like he's a ghost. It feels like we're sitting on a powder keg that could go off at any second. Ugh, I hate this feeling. I'd rather face him head on than be left hanging like this.
So, you guys didn't find anything either?
Not loving the word either. How about you, Flint's?
I questioned a few Ratniki and eventually narrowed my investigation almost as if he knew someone was on to him. Either that or
He's been biding his time for a...
No idea. Since regaining his body, he seems to have lost all interest in the fragment in my possession. If he did still want it, he's had
All we can do now is hope that... Wait, he's actually here?
No. Silver Moon Hall! The Lady Kuthar might be in danger!
Let's get over there! Quick! Attacking the damselette! What's going on?
No time for questions. Stop him!
This is insane.
Yehuda, get Kuthar out of here!
On it.
Look where your feeble light has gotten you. Now, you shall plunge into darkness. Thalindus, soon, I will find a way.
Watch out!
Find them. Even if it means turning this place to ashes.
That was too close! We barely made it out of there alive! What's that guy's deal? How'd he get so...
He's a threat to this entire nation. I doubt his strength could even be measured by conventional standards.
I have a... When me and Anefa showed up, we saw him chasing after this lady like he wanted her dead. What was that all about?
We weren't there for the whole thing either. Yeah, we didn't see how it all started. It all escalated so quickly, we had no choice but to step in.
Kuthar, can you shed any light on the situation?
Kuthar. Cross-checking database. I see. So you're the one that the Frost Moon Scions refer to as the Moon Goddess?
Wait, she's the Moon Goddess? Oh, no wonder she looks just like all those statues.
There are many reasons why people might worship the moon. And just as many why they might despise it. I've never met that person before. But there was no mistaking his deep-seated why he holds me in such...
Kuthar.
There are many potential motives. For instance, you help the traveler escape his grasp. This could be his way of taking revenge. It is also possible that he covets the Kuvaki inside you, and seeks to take it for his own. The list goes on. But, right now, devising a counter-strategy should be our #1 priority.
A counter-strategy? But we don't stand a chance against an enemy like this. Surely our only option is to run. He's not gonna chase us to the end of the world, right? So as long as we can sneak out of Nodcry undetected. No, I can't say that. Come on, Yehoda. This is serious stuff. You can't suggest we all just chicken out.
Running is our only option.
Huh?
You seem surprised. But what other choice do we have? We are facing an enemy we cannot possibly...
Well, I mean, yeah, but still...
It's not too late. I can distract him, so you have plenty of time to make your escape.
Wait, what? You're gonna act as bait?
Doesn't that make sense? I'm the one he's after. There's no need for you to risk your necks. A coyote doesn't stop for bypassers while it's howling at the moon. What is it, Lauma? The Frost Moon Scions have already grown accustomed to life without their goddess. My presence here is no longer essential.
We can't just roll over and let him get away.
Yeah. We can't just call it quits after everything we've been through to get. Besides, she pretty much saved my life back there. If I just ditched her now, I'd never forgive myself.
We can't overlook that you have saved our lives multiple times now. To talk of returning the favor would be a little crass.
Rivers' true objective remains unclear. Even if we were to sacrifice Miss Kutar, there's no...
But...
Kutar, I know why you left the Frost Moon Scion so long ago. It was because people started treating prayer as a form of trade. They would make self-centered wishes, force you to accept meaningless offerings in return, and then expect you to perform miracles for them. If it were me, I might have walked away too. But I believe that time can change everything. After much reflection, any relationship, you were born here.
Thank you, Lauma. But my power is on the wane. I'm afraid I will be of little use to you. Very well then. I'll do as...
Those times you saved us, we were transported across great distances in an instant. Is that one of your powers as the Moon Goddess?
It is, but I find it very draining. I barely managed to pull it off just now, and it will be some time before I'm strong enough to do so again. Rejected by the world, my power is dwindling. Like a lake, cut off from its...
What do you mean, rejected by the world?
The three moons belonged to the ancient bygone era in which they came into being. From the moment I was born, the world itself has been steadily sapping away at my strength. The three moons are not one and the same. As the goddess of the Frost Moon, I cannot wield the powers of the other two, yet moonlight has a way of blend. But this method of recovery is painfully...
It's the Wild Hunt! Even faster than we expected. Well...
See how those Wild Hunt creatures are running away from us. They're likely just a scouting party, which means Rerir won't be far behind.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get the heck out of here!
Ultimatum protocol. Defensive mode engaged.
Oh, they just keep coming! This is driving me nuts!
Rerir's closing in on us. We need to pick up the pace.
There's too many of them! And this time, we can't fall back on Kutar's health to escape. If this goes on much longer...
Beware the creatures of the night. Be silent. Close your eyes.
Chew on this! Look, a ring!
By the Frost Moon of old, branch into song.
Preparing for dust up. Insulation chamber deployed.
The long sleep beckons. Do you fear the dark?
Flash attack!
Ultimatum protocol. Cleanup sequence in the...
With one heart, we pray, lush as the moonlight.
Beware the creatures of the night.
Look, a rainbow! You're blunt!
Annihilation mode. Defensive mode engaged.
What's the matter? Bit off more than you could chew?
Hold up! Uncle Varka! You're back from Amsvartnir? Whoa! You're Varka? Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius?
We could save the intros for later. Right now, let's get you all out of this hellhole. Follow me. I know somewhere you'll be safe.
Oh, is that where I think it is?
That's the one. Come on, move! There's...
Wow! Where are we? This is so well hidden.
Well, that goes without saying. This is the Knights of Favonius' meeting place in Nodcry, and a contact hub for the Northern Intelligence Network, aka the Black Market of Intel. No matter what faction you're with, it's the place to buy and sell information. Their headquarters are in Nodcry, but they've got contacts in every nation, as an expeditionary force on foreign soil. Working with them has offered us the most effective way of getting our hands on reliable local intel. Anyway, where were we? Folks from Nodcry should be pretty familiar with me by now. But I believe this is the first time we've met. Allow me to introduce myself. I am
We've heard all about you. You look way younger than Paimon expected. But you definitely have that Grand Master vibe.
Definitely feeling some of that back.
Another? You mean you fought him before?
Yep. He wasn't nearly as strong back then, but he was still a formidable foe. I brought some of the knights along to give him a lift. My squad took heavy injuries, and I barely made it out alive myself. We knew it might have been our last chance, so we staked everything on it. But still, it wasn't enough to stop him. I tried tracking him down afterwards, but he didn't leave a trace. Even in his unhinged mental state, he's as cautious as any trained op. So, I decided to come find you. And as luck would have it, turned up to find you being ambushed by the Wild Hunt. The rest, you already know.
Is that why he's been frantically
Maybe I'm part of the equation, but
Note to self. Uncle Varka's strength rating officially upgraded.
Guess it's my turn to ask questions now. So, what exactly has been happening in Nodcry? Why is the Wild Hunt returned in humanoid form? And why is it after you?
That's a long story, but I'll try to make it quick.
Wow, I had no idea so much had happened. Sounds like you guys have really been through it. So, that's a lot to take in. Need some time to wrap my head.
I'm truly sorry, Mr. Varka. You stood with us against—
You've got nothing to apologize for, Miss Moonchanter. You can plan 100 steps ahead and to be perfect. But now that
A new Vir—
Who else? And in a strange way, that said, while I know is explaining everything—
You mean about our
That's right. I don't know who or what could pull something like—
I hadn't heard the story about those files. Would you mind repeating their titles for me?
Wild Hunt Phenomena Log.
Oh.
Another dead end. Guess all we can do— Still, your intel also explains something else I've been wondering about. But once we looked into it, it turned out to be a red herring. I doubt it's by chance that he happened to make his comeback while my attention was diverted. And from everything you told me, it sounds— But is it even possible? The Moon Maiden and the Raker of Solnari, in Nodcry of all places.
The way everything is unfolding, it can't be a coincidence.
So, what do we do now? Got any ideas?
Right now, we've got at least 3 things to consider. Let's go through them one by one. First, we need to figure out how to take down Rarir. If we can't beat him in a straight-up fight, the rest won't even matter. To my knowledge, the bulk of Nodcry's fighting force is already gathered here. But even with everyone united, we're still no match for Rarir in his current state, let alone with his power still growing.
What if there was a way to tap into a new power of our own?
How so?
Have you thought of something, Columbina?
3 moons once watched over this world. The Eternal Moon was the largest. The Frost Moon was the brightest. And the Iridescent Moon was the most mysterious. They say that back then, the 3 moon goddesses wielded immense power. Enough to shape the workings of the world itself. I now bear the Frost Moon's power, and the Eternal Moon's marrow resides within the Traveler.
Hold on. Are you suggesting...
The iridescent moon, the last piece in the puzzle.
That's right. If we can find the Iridescent Moon's marrow, I will be able to regain my strength much more quickly.
The 3 moons are said to stir the tides and illuminate all things. Perhaps they hold further secrets.
According to my analysis, the solution is feasible. However, it is subject to one major condition.
I know a way, but we will need to visit the Fatui's Experimental Design Bureau.
The Experimental Design Bureau?
Yes. I must speak with Sandrone.
It's a long way from here to the Experimental Design Bureau. There's a high chance you'll be spotted. You shouldn't go alone.
Then that's settled. Next up, our second priority. Somehow, we need to figure out Rarir's end goal. As you saw for yourselves, when he was still in his wild hunt form, everything he did was for the sake of recovering his body and resurrecting himself. His first act since then, after laying low for a while, was to try and assassinate this young lady. People's obsessions often reveal their greatest vulnerabilities. There must be a reason why he despises the moon so deeply. Perhaps it sheds some light on his title, the Raker of Solnari. The Wild Hunt has plagued Nodcry for centuries now. If we want to stop it for good, we have to get to the root cause of what's...
It's true. We still know very little about him. If Kuthar hadn't given us that lead, we wouldn't even know his name.
But where would we even start? I doubt even the Intel Queen of Nodcry has a clue, and she has info coming out of her ears.
Oh? That's a rather hasty conclusion for someone who's so painstakingly meticulous when it comes to dealing with machines.
Ah, she heard me.
What are you doing here?
I'm now asking myself the same question. I received a letter from a humble knight of Favonius, requesting a meeting to discuss a major business deal. But it looks like this humble knight had something else in mind.
Details. Miss Neffer, the important thing is that you've arrived at the perfect time. Since his failed ambush, I've been racking my brains trying to come up with a plan to fight Rarir. Given the severity of the situation, I think it's fair to say that our only chance lies in uniting as one. And I'm talking all the factions in Nodcry. We can't do this without the Curatorium, but I knew it'd be a tough job to win you over. So, I took the liberty of reaching out for a little chat.
Wait a sec. How did you even hear about this place, Neffer? Didn't you say this is meant to be the Knights of Favonius' meeting spot? And a contact hub for the Northern Intelligence Network? And isn't it supposed to be super hidden?
You really think he could have gotten settled in Nodcry without my help? Besides, I'm the one running this gig. Of course I know where the meeting place is.
Allow me to introduce the current head of the Northern Intelligence Network. If it's intel you're after, she's your woman. Pretty much seen and heard it all.
Please spare me the flattery. Let's cut to the chase. Seems like you've run into some trouble, huh?
Well, this certainly qualifies as an unforeseen crisis. On behalf of the Curatorium of Secrets, I wish you all the best of luck.
So you're just going to sit this one out?
Why should I get involved? What could possibly be in it for me?
What if we told you we can't do this without you?
Oh? Then I'd say, you'd better make it worth my while. I don't work for free.
I can't put a price on something like this. It's just not in my nature. But then again, you and I have always been polar opposites in this regard. So I can't exactly say I didn't see this coming. If you insist on compensation, I will pay you. Consider this a formal commission. Sound fair?
You just don't give up, do you? Too bad. I know you well enough to know you can't afford my prices. The riskier the job, the more it'll cost. And a moon chanter's stipend isn't exactly generous. Unless you're planning to start passing the donation box around among the faithful.
Boss, just a thought. If they come up short, maybe you can take the difference out of my next few paychecks. Things got really dangerous during the fight with Rerir. If this girl hadn't saved me, I'd be ley line fodder by now. I'd be gone for good, boss. If there's any way we can make this work, I'd really like to help her. Please? I'm begging you.
This is why I'm always telling you never accept favors. They are the hardest debts to repay. You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all kinds of misfortune. Very well, Yehoda, I will help. But just this once. Don't count on Flynn's. That fragment that Rerir was after.
Of course.
Let me borrow it. I need it to follow up on some leads.
Wait! You actually have...
Shh. This is top secret.
I get it. We all have things we'd rather keep to ourselves. Plus, I know we can count on you. So we'll leave the intel gathering in your hands. And that brings me to the third and final item. We need to find a way to distract him. We need time to make our move, so someone will have to stall him. I'm in for this part, no matter what. Anyone coming with?
Count me in too.
Come off it, you two! Quit playing heroes! I'm way ahead of you here. Nefa did a scan of the Moon Goddess's Kuvaki signature, and we're gonna use it to make some decoys over at the Kramkake craft shop. Anyone who's in, follow me. Once they're ready, we'll deploy the decoys across Nagkrai. So as long as the rest of you keep moving, he won't catch on to your scent and won't be able to track you down.
I like it. Genius idea.
No biggie.
All right then. Once your team is...
Lady Damselette. Wait, and you two? What are you doing at the Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau? We've been doing our best to mind our own business lately. But if you're just gonna waltz up here like this, you're seriously pressing your luck.
Don't... Huh! You really think that's gonna scare us up?
We're not looking for any trouble. I just want to see Sandrone.
Do I need to remind you that you're still a wanted fugitive for deserting us? Out of consideration for our former ties and the crisis we're all up against, we'll let you leave in one piece. But don't even think about trying to get inside.
Let them in.
But...
Are you going to make me repeat that?
No, my lady.
Sandrone seems to be in a good mood. Must be maintenance day.
tell me, to what do I owe the honor this time? Actually, before you answer that, just so we're clear, we're not colleagues anymore, Columbina. I don't owe you anything.
I promise it's nothing big.
It seems like you've gotten the wrong idea here. The only reason I let you in was because I was bored. It seemed like a way to kill some time and satisfy my own curiosity. Whatever miscalculations I may or may not have made in the past, I haven't lost the plot enough to even consider sticking my neck out for your sakes.
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino.
What? Huh? You mean the knave?
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino. Is she in Nodcry?
No, she's not. Once the work on this facility was completed, she went back with the Rooster and Regrator. The only ones in Nodcry are me and... What is it you need to speak to her about anyway?
Rerir is hunting me. If I'm going to face him, I must first retrieve the lost moon. Is that a no, then?
As if I need reminding. I was this close to settling things with him before someone decided to whisk me away to their weird little garden.
Have you held any tea parties lately?
Tea parties? Yeah, obviously. You don't seriously think we'd pack it all in just because you aren't here. If anything, they've been more eventful than ever. Just me, Arlecchino, and a bunch of insolent, insensitive guests who won't stop asking where you've gone. Oh, they've been a real joy.
I bet you served them the worst tea you have. Just like you used to do to me when I upset you.
Who cares about how good the tea is when there's no one around to drink it? I keep losing people. First Rosaline, now you. I'm running out of people who can make me laugh. Honestly, what could be more ridiculous than a multi-centenarian goddess who's only ever had the plain herbal tea she received as offerings?
You'd always brew a different type of tea for me each time. Was it really just to see how I'd react?
Well, duh. Why else? Watching you squirm was practically my only form of entertainment. Oh, yeah. And Capitano sometimes used to bring Tartaglia around, too. But I guess we won't be seeing him again. Well, I guess we are overdue for a get-together. Polonia! Have Fevronia pass a message to Arlecchino for me. It's time for tea. Will suffice.
Pass along a message for me, too, if you would. My body cannot contain the marrow of 2 moons, so I'll be leaving one of them in her care.
Excuse me? Who said you were on the guest list? If my tea meant that much to you, maybe quitting the Fatui wasn't your brightest move. Back when you were under the Tsaritsa's protection, no one would have dared come at you so openly.
But that protection didn't come for free. In fact, I paid dearly for it. At the end of the day, it was just another transaction. I just got tired, that's all. I never wanted any part in their grand ambitions, and I've had enough of being treated like a bottomless supply of power. It brings back memories from the old days, when I was still worshipped as the moon goddess. Centuries on, it may be a different group of people, but I see the same greed in their eyes.
I figured you'd leave eventually. You didn't have as much of a reason to stay as I do. The Tsaritsa gave you shelter and protection, but that was it. Nothing more, nothing less. Meanwhile, the Fatui demanded everything from you in return, until it was more than you could bear. I get why you left. And frankly, I have no interest in dragging you back just because the higher-ups told me to. But if you keep hanging around with this riffraff, the next time we cross paths, we might be enemies for real. Guess that's our cutely. That might be your plan. But it sounds like someone else wants you to stay a little longer. Huh? Listen.
My lady, it's the Wild Hunt. A horde of monsters.
Another uninvited guest trying to crash my tea party. Clear the area. I'll handle this.
Wait, what? You want us to leave you here by yourself?
You'll be lucky to make it out of this alive. You really think you can afford to worry about me? Go on, get out of here. You may have stopped Polonia from crushing him last time, but I've made sure that won't happen again. The entire Experimental Design Bureau is rigged for war. Stay and watch if you want, but it'll be at your own risk. You're not flagged as friendlies in the weapon system. Don't tell me what to do! Look, if you're leaving, make it quick. Or you'll just get in my way. There's a secret passage on the second floor. It'll take you right to the plains out back. Stare all you want, Columbina. You're not getting another invitation to my tea party.
I know. But thank you anyway.
This is exactly why you shouldn't hang around with those people. All their melodrama and sentimental nonsense is rubbing off on you. Come on then, Mr. Right here. Let's pick up where we left off. It's your Wild Hunt monstrosities versus my beautiful creations. Let's see who comes out on top. them! I've upgraded Polonia again since our last encounter, and uploaded every last scrap of your data. So let's finish this, once and for...
She's not here. Where did she go?
Hey! Over here, you big...
Curse it. Moon, go. Keep searching. She cannot have gotten far.